At the Select Board meeting on Tuesday, February 9th, Director of Public Health Tim McDonald and Assistant Director Tiffany Zeich updated the board on the vaccination progress in town. Needham has administered 1,628 first doses and 101 second doses. The department plans on hosting clinics on Tuesday, February 16th and Thursday, February 18th. Eligible residents should go to maimmunizations.org on Friday to check the availability and make appointments. McDonald and Zeich also talked about the procedural challenges as the state moves into phase 2 of its vaccination rollout plan.
Most of the people that came were in that 75 plus category. We did have some non-COVID facing healthcare workers that did register as well. One of the big challenges was registering folks for a second clinic. It's a time consuming process. It's a fairly non-smart process. Across the state webpage, you have to enter the address, date of birth of the person 3 or 4 different times. And it was resource intensive. I think one of the things that we learned, I think from Saturday, we tried to make improvements between Saturday and Sunday, was a better flow and a better sort of spread out of volunteers and more volunteers to help with the registration. Most of those people didn't actually register themselves, or many of those people didn't actually register themselves. For example, staff from Needham's Aging Services Division made calls to individuals, especially individuals that they knew didn't have a computer at home or maybe didn't have internet access or were otherwise sort of hard to reach, and they signed them up over the phone for our clinics.
During the clinic, it's been a little bit chaotic, so we're working on a better process to do it. But what we usually do is we have a list of people who we may have contacted or have contacted us who fall into the age bracket and the phase 1 portion that we call as people cancel or don't show up. We do try to first, especially when it was like on Sunday with snow, we do try to call, give a courtesy call to those who didn't show up and say, are you still coming? Or your appointment was 2 hours ago, please give us a call in the next 30 minutes. If we don't hear from you, we will be canceling your appointment, opening it up to somebody else.
And in some instances, especially when you're talking about 4:30 p.m. on a Sunday during a snowstorm, it's not necessarily that feasible to call an 80-year-old and say, can you get to the center at the Heights within 20 minutes and we can vaccinate you? So we did go in that instance to some of the highest priority in the next, still within phase 2, but not yet eligible for these emergency appointments. So we did call on some teachers who work with the most high need students, the autistic students who have trouble wearing masks in the high school, and we got 7 of them vaccinated. We also worked with our DPW drivers who were in town and are also one of the critical infrastructure workers that are going to be in one of the next steps, and we did get some of them vaccinated as well.